I just heard Christine Blasey Ford on NPR talking about her new book, One Way Back, and they mentioned how she got a lot of death threats after opposing Trump's Supreme Court nominee of Brett Kavanaugh, and how that was one of the things she still faces is death threats from these Trumpers. And it reminds me of death threats that I've gotten from Trumpers. And our Congressman, Ken Buck, anybody who opposes Trump in any way, Ken Buck only very slightly opposed Trump, just barely broke away from him and got evicted from his offices by a Trumper and got a bunch of death threats from Trumpers. It just reminds me how anytime anybody opposes Trump, a bunch of Trumpers send them death threats. Whereas when things happen to people who are opposing Trump, when things don't go our way, nobody ever sends anybody death threats. Nobody sends death threats to the Supreme Court for making terrible decisions in favor of Trump or to anybody else for doing things in favor of Trump. But whenever anything goes against Trump, everybody's getting death threats. This just means that Trumpers are terrorists. The reason for this is because we don't have terrorists on our side. Trumpers are terrorists, and we need to do something to stop them, call them out as terrorists, and do what we would do to terrorists to stop this terrorist network from continuing to run things with impunity, nobody ever stopping them until we just call them out and say, look, you guys are terrorists. You don't get to keep running things with terrorism.